Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Kristen's Chaotic Life. Today we are going to be doing the Look for Less challenge. If you're not familiar with this challenge is thrown by Yami from the Latina Next Door, and she always has one co-host to join her in this challenge. She does this every single month and it's super fun. The idea for this challenge is to look for a high-end price home decor item and remake it for much cheaper. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I had a really hard time finding exactly what I wanted to make. Like, I looked so many times and I could not find anything. Finally, I decided to wander around Hobby Lobby and see if I saw something there. And I did. And thank goodness, I found something to do for my challenge. So while wandering around the store and wanting to buy basically everything that was in there, I came across this picture frame collage that I just thought looked super cute. I love the distressed look of it. It's kind of farmhouse looking, but yet it's super, I don't know, I really liked it, and I thought that it would be something that I could definitely come up with for a good, cheaper price. Now, the original ticketed price for this item is $60. All right, if you guys are ready to see how I made this item right here, then let's go ahead and get started. For this project, you will need 5 frames, and I just found a bunch of wooden ones from thrift stores. I think 4 of them I bought from thrift stores for $1 or 50 cents, and then 1 of them I bought from Michael's because I was looking everywhere for a circle or oval shaped frame and I could not find one, so I just found this frame here. It's wood and it was only 99 cents. And then you will need a nice big long board. I actually had this in my garage. I had my husband cut it for me a little bit and it worked out perfectly. Before I started painting, I went ahead and took the backs and the glass off of the frames. So I am using this Plaster Waverly chalk paint. It's basically an off-white color, and I already had this at home. Now I only want 2 of the frames to be white like in the picture, except for the one. I can't just stain it because there is writing on it, unfortunately, so I am going to have to paint over that and then stain it afterwards. For the next 2 frames, I am going to be using this Rust-Oleum wood stain. It's dark walnut. I kind of wish I got lighter color, but this is what I had on hand, so I am going to go ahead and use this. Now for the base of the frame, I am going to use a black chalk paint. This one in particular is folk art. It's from Michael's, and yeah, another thing I had on hand, so I am just going to paint this black and yeah, go from there. This is actually the next day. I went ahead and painted everything the night before so it would be nice and dry in the morning, and now I am just kind of using sandpaper to distress the ends and sides of the base. The wood for this frame was really light in color, so I didn't think it was going to do very well if I just sanded it. So instead I am using that dark walnut stain, and I am just going to brush over the sides and kind of give it a little worn look to it. For this frame, I am just going to sand the edges and give it a distressed look. This is the frame that I am still going to stain, but I had to paint it white first to cover up those letters. I actually had to paint it with 2 coats because I could still see it through the first coat, so I had to let it dry again, and now I am just using that same dark walnut stain to cover it up. And then once I am done with that, I am going to distress the sides so that the white will come peeking through. And of course I had to wait for this one to dry so that I could go in and distress it the way that I wanted to. And of course I had to give some texture to these frames as well. I think just plain with the stain on it, it looked too blah. So I went in with a sander and I just scraped all around it, and I think it gave it more of an old wood type look, and I really like the way it turned out. After cleaning the glass with some window cleaner, I am using this chalkboard spray paint to give this piece of glass some of the chalkboard texture so I can actually write on it with some chalk. Okay, so I know that I could go get some chicken wire and use that for this next frame, except I didn't have any on hand, and I did have this basket here that wasn't really being used, so I thought it would be perfect. So I just went ahead and cut this basket up and used that for the inside. And this is just one of those wired baskets that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I just trimmed it down until it was the perfect size, and then used this glue that I got from Walmart. I think it's E7000 or something. I can't remember the name of it, but I am just using that to glue it in. Once my chalkboard glass was nice and dry, I went ahead and put it in here. Next, I just made sure all of the glass was clean and I put all of the backs back on the frames. Now it's time for the fun part, trying to glue these things together, letting it dry, and letting it actually stick. It took me a little bit. I had to let the glue dry for a bit for it to hold the frames together, but in the end, it turned out really nice. I did have to go in and do it this way, where I just had to stand each of them up separately. It just made it a lot easier to hold it together, and amazingly it worked and it stuck, and I definitely prefer wood glue. Here is my finished project, and I absolutely love it. Now I just need to go get some cute pictures to put inside of my frame. The original price was $69.99, and I spent $10 because I had a lot of this stuff already on hand on this piece, and I absolutely am so happy with it. I had so much fun doing this. It was honestly a serious challenge for me. Thank you so much, Yami, for letting me come and co-host with you. I had a blast doing this. It was so fun, and I cannot wait for the next challenge. Don't forget that the playlist is down below, so if you want to enter your own video, then go and find it and add your video to the playlist. And if you are here to just watch, then of course go to the playlist and watch all the videos, because it's gonna be so much fun seeing what everybody else came up with and what they created. I love getting ideas from other people, and I like to not spend loads of money on my home decor items. So if I can make something for much cheaper, then that's what I'm going to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and we will see you guys in the next video.